What's going on, everyone out there? This is Cyrus again with another Starcraft 2 ladder game, one that I played by myself about a couple days ago. It's another PvZ, and this is going to be showing you Antigua Shipyard or Abyssal Caverns, or one of those maps, one of the newer maps for Season 4. It's showing how to properly forge fast expand against a zerg. So normal build order is 9 probes, pylon at your natural, right around here. I don't put it in my wall like I've said before in other games because I don't like to be vulnerable to baneling busts. And we're going to do a 13 forge. So this is a pretty small rush distance map, and you got to be careful. Sometimes zergs like to go for quick rushes, but usually the forge fast expand is good enough to save you. Okay, so you're going to throw your first chrono boost down on 11 once your pylon goes up. And like I said, at 13, make sure that forge goes up. 13 or 14, basically, is okay. Okay, so I scouted him first. I got a little lucky here that you could spawn in any of these locations. So I got a little lucky there. So I'm going to just annoy him a little bit, make sure he can't get his hatchery down. And this forces him, of course, to go spawning pool. And most of them get gas too, but this guy just got the spawning pool. Once my probe gets enough hits, I'm going to throw down a pylon just because he can't take enough damage. And he can't get it up. Easy. And most of the time I let it go up. I think I do this time. Sometimes I cancel it to save some minerals, but I think it's worth it to delay the hatchery as long as you can. So we see I have my forge go down. I think I had it down at 14 on this game. I was a little late. And what you want to do is make sure you get your pylon up in your base, because you can't count on this pylon to stay alive. Just so you have enough pylon power for probes. And you want to keep on chrono boosting your probes out. I think I do a pretty decent job of that. You could do a lot more chrono boosts on the probes because you're getting your warp gate technology a lot later than usual if you're doing like a 1 gate expand or something. Okay, so what is he doing? He's getting his gas right now. He's getting his lings up. I think... Oh, he forgot his overlord. Woohoo. Well, he could get his lings up right about now. He's doing it a little bit late, but whatever. Okay, so big important thing that I did in this game is keeping my scouting probe alive. You got to keep that scouting probe alive. I prefer not to stop making probes at my nexus, just because I think it's better to get that economic advantage than having your nexus up straight away. So I keep my probes up. I stop chrono boosting, so I have enough minerals to put that nexus up as soon as I can. So what you're going to want to do now is constantly produce probes and throw up the gateway right next to your forge. Now the reason this map is just so good for this forge fast expand is there's no rocks to kill it, like on Antigua Shipyard, I think that one's called. And you could wall this off with 3. Just 3 buildings very easily, so it's very low surface area, hard to get killed by an all-in zerg rush or something like that, or roach rush. Okay, so what am I doing with this probe? This is really important. This probe is scouting what is going on in his base. So I'm going to check for his third, like I said in the previous game that I had on ladder, I think. If they see you forge fast expanding, many zergs will go for a third base. It's very important that you know if they are or not, because that tells you basically what they're going to try to do to you. That could either be try to stay on 2 base, go for muters or something like that, or they could try to all-in roach rush you. So I threw up a second cannon. That's standard cannon. I would throw this up no matter what. Once my gateway is done, I'm still continuously making probes. I got my gas a little bit late. You want to get your gas right after your gateway is started about, and then you want to throw up your cybernetics core once that's done. I don't usually get a zealot on this, but you can if you want. So this guy's staying at the 3rd mineral patch. Transferring probes, you want to transfer about the same amount of probes, so yeah, you have about equal probes on each mineral patch. That's for optimal mining. And I'm going to get a 3rd photon cannon up. This, I got this because I didn't see him go for the 3rd, and I was a little skeptical of what he was doing. Okay, now this is really important. What did I do right here? I went to his natural, and I see absolutely no drones. And then, solidifying like what I was thinking, he's going for a roach rush. So 5 roaches. What do I do immediately? Send out a probe, another cannon right into the hole so they can't get by. It's very important that you know how to react to what your enemy is doing. So I see I'm going to be able to hold this off easily, and I'm 10 harvesters above him. That's very bad for Zerg. So we're going to see this. He's not going to be able to do much at all. I'm chrono boosting my Stalker out. Pretty important too, you want to be able to attack with a unit as well, not just stationary cannons. And getting Warp Gate, while still chrono boosting probes. Oh yeah, and I'm streaming tonight, by the way. Saturday, 11/26, something like that. Alright, what next? I don't have my scout out. That's kind of a mistake. I should have my scout out. He smartly turns around and just runs back home like a sissy because there's no way he could break this. 2 Stalkers is usually good. Sometimes you want to get 1 Stalker and 1 Sentry. That's just as good, I think. And chrono boost out your Warp Gate as much as you can. I also got 2 gateways when I saw his guys coming. And I threw my Robo down after I saw him leave. That's important because if I threw this down too early, then I wouldn't have enough resources, maybe, if he threw a total all-in into me. Got up to 4 gateways. Usually want to get up to 5, 6 gateways if you want to expand or attack. So you see, I'm still very far ahead. There's not much you could do about this. He spent so much money on these roaches that there is not much that you could do right now except try to expand again, maybe, or just try to drone up as much as you can while putting pressure on me, then expand. So we'll just see my view here. Playing this normal. I've got a forge, my forge chrono boosting attack. Attack always first against Zerg. I threw down another forge because I knew I'm going to have to eventually kill that forge at my front to get out of my base. And this way I could get armor too. I'm not doing an Archon push like I did in my other video. I'm simply going for Observer, and then from there I'm going to, you know, see what I could do. See what build I'm going to go, depending on what type of building he has. Like a Hydralisk Den, or if he has a Spire, then I'd do different things. So you want to chrono boost your attack as much as you possibly can. I like to make 2 observers just in case one dies, and the other one could go check, you know, other expansions and help you kill creep tumor, stuff like that. So we'll see what he's doing here. He did what, you know, I mean, it's pretty normal. I would expect him to go for a 3rd, but some Zergs don't do that. They try to catch up and then go for the 3rd and put pressure on you while doing that. I don't know, it's hard to make a decision, but this guy's pretty good. He, a thing that I could have done was a Stargate build, and he didn't really successfully scout my base, so he prepared for that, so that's smart on his part. He's got Spore Crawler in his base, so if there's ever any Void Rays or Phoenixes, he'll be ready for it. He'll be ready to make more Queens, and he's got his Hydralisk Den already. So the only thing he's really weak against is my Colossus, and he sees my Robotics Bay with his Overlord, so what does he do right then? He's going to throw up his Spire. That's a good counter, you know, he knows what he's doing. Okay, so I'm about hitting the point where I'm going to be oversaturated, so I'm going to be wanting to get out of my base soon and go for a 3rd. You see I got my minerals all stacked up right now. I've got my Observer looking at his 3rd base. He's got nothing so far, so I'm thinking, you know, he's probably going for army. So first you got to throw down some more gateways, and I'm not producing as many probes right now because I'm thinking he's probably going to go for an attack. Since I saw the Hydralisk Den, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to hold it off even if he comes through my front gate because I have Colossus. So that's why I threw the gateways down. Notice the gateways aren't a reaction to him not having a 3rd base, a reaction to me knowing that I'll probably be able to hold off whatever kind of army he has at the moment. So that's why I killed my Forge and moved out of my base and was preparing to go for my 3rd. I think I get it about right now or so. And I noticed that he was, actually I didn't, wow. Well, I think I see it in a little bit. So just getting my Colossus out, chrono boosting upgrades up still. I got shields because I didn't have my Twilight Council up, and shields is a really good upgrade now, so just think about getting that. Make sure you get your extended thermal lance for your Colossus, chrono boost your Colossus out. And we see I'm going for my 3rd because I'm confident that I can take him on. And what's he doing? He's going for a Ling Drop. Now, I saw his Overlord speed before, so you've always got to be careful. You got to think about Ling and Ling drops when this happens. So he gets some pretty good probe kills here. I'll give him that. And when you see something like this, what you want to do right away is just send all your probes out of your base. Don't try to fight off the Lings or anything with them. Just warp in Zealots, or if it was Banelings, warp in Stalkers, and just send your probes away. Now, while he's doing this, I'm figuring he doesn't have too much army at his base, so I'm just going to go for a counterattack. And, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's got his spine crawlers coming up. If he didn't put those spine crawlers down, I probably would have been able to break this and then kill him. So, go in here. I don't think I was focusing on this at this point. I wasn't trying to micro my Colossus back. Wasn't very successful. And you see, he played it very well, so he has enough to hold us off right now. So, I'd say we're about even now, because I was ahead of him because of that second, because he went for that Roche Rush when I was, you know, like 5-10 harvesters above him. And I have my third now. What am I going to do? I'm going to go check. I think I sent the scout out, actually, to check for his third again. So that tells me, you know, he's probably making army, and I'm going to have to make some more army to get ready for another type of Roach all-in or something. Let's see here. I think I got my scout down here. Yes, I got my scout. He's going to look down here. It's very important that you keep your scout at all times. My observer is kind of in the wrong spot. He should be down around here, looking for creep tumors, looking for army, moving out. And you want to keep your army in between your second and third base, because you never know which way he's going to attack. I'd say leaning more towards the third base. So I see him moving out with my observer. So what do? I throw a pylon down with my probe scout there. So no, he's going for the attack. He wants to keep me on 2 base as long as he can while he's expanding. So we'll see right now. I got my guys at my third base. I'm going to throw down a cannon, I believe, and you always want to wall off your third, especially on maps like this when it's pretty nice and easy. Now, his creep there did stop me from walling it off like the best way that you can, so that was, I don't know if it was a mistake on his part or what he meant to do. So we got a little battle going on here. Poor control of my Colossus, that's my bad. Pretty good force fields. Buildings are taking up some good damage. I won't cancel them until they're very close to death. As you see right there. And I'm pretty much just holding them off as long as I can until my Colossus comes in, warping in units as I need them. Making my Stalkers attack the Corruptors, making my Colossus move back and attack his Roaches and Hydralisks as they can, and using Zealots as a meat shield. So you see that's a very successful defense of the third base. And at that whole time, I was I was just completely destroying his own third base. So now, you know, I'm very far ahead because 2-base Zerg versus 3-base Protoss is not a position where he wants to be at. And at this point, I know that I've killed most of his army, so he's going to want to be making a new army right now. So what can I do while he's doing that? I can Chrono Boost probes out, I can Chrono Boost more upgrades out. I don't have to make as much army because I have enough army right now to kill the army that he has to remake. So I'm just going to keep some pressure on his third, I think, and work on teching up, work on my upgrades, work on getting more probes out. And that's basically it. What I should be doing right now actually is completing this wall so he cannot get anything out there. Just trying to show you guys, you don't really have to attack your enemy, you kind of have to harass and know how to defend as Protoss. It's not 100% necessary to attack, you just have to know how to defend your base, when to move out, harass, and how to micro your units correctly against their composition. So we'll see right now, I am 74 to 42 harvesters, that's absolutely terrible for him. Making more gateways, keeping my Colossus out. And what is he doing? He's actually going for 2 hatcheries. When you're this behind as a Zerg, you gotta like try to do something. You gotta, you know, just try anything at this point. So, pretty smart on his part. He's gonna double expand, try to get ahead of me economically, while putting some pressure on to make me create more army. The problem is, of course, I've been playing pretty well in this game, and I have more than enough army just to totally defeat this. And you see, if I didn't have that wall there, he'd be able to waltz right into my third easily, and probably kill some probes off and just annoy the crap out of me. So that's why you build a wall there. You never want lings to be able to run into your base, and you never want to have your base attacked without having forewarning as Protoss. So I saw him with these overlords over here. I threw up a pylon just in case he ever decides to go for a secret base up there, and I could warp in some more zealots like I did in the third and kill it. I think I pretty much have this game won, so I think I'm going to go for an attack right now. I know that he's on 2 base. I know that my army's far superior to his because he's been trying to pressure me, but it's been pretty unsuccessful. So I'm just going to get Blink, not create too many more army units. Just going to try to out-tech him and go for more production facilities, more gateways, more robos. Make sure my third is properly cannoned. And I think I actually go for the gold here. Yeah, I do. Now, what makes me different from a lot of players is that they would like to just counterattack and counterattack and counterattack when they have the upper hand. What I do is make sure that I have the upper hand even more, and I just keep going for more bases. Now, this way, you're pretty much guarantee yourself a win. I mean, how many times have you played, and you think you win, go for an all-in attack, and it fails, and then you lose? So I like that not to happen, so I'm just going to solidify my advantage even more. And wait till I'm at 200, 200 to fully attack him. And right now, he's really trying to catch up with those harvesters. So this means, you know, he's not going to have enough army to deal with me if I'm playing right. You notice I've been chrono boosting all of my upgrades up, and I'm at 3 weapons before he only has one 0, I think. So he wasn't keeping on top of his upgrades as well as he should have, and that's a pretty big blunder. But still, I don't think it would have helped him that much. So in this battle, you got to watch out. Just walking your Colossus away from the what are they called, corruptors as much as you can, and you know, just microing them, keeping the stalkers on the corruptors as much as you can. And I'm pretty sure that this game's over right now, but I'm still going home, still making gateways, I think. Well, I'm not making gateways right now, but I should have been. Making probes, just getting ready to take over that gold in case this push doesn't work completely. And here's the last battle, I think. And he GG's out, and there we go. So, there you guys have it. That is the Forge Fast Expand on Abyssal Caverns, or and one of those, you know, one of these Season 4 maps. Showing you how to react to a zerg, how to correctly play against a zerg, react to what they're doing, and how to micro a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.